Hey, welcome back to another episode of the She's Making an Impact podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Ngom. How are you doing today? I am so fired up. I woke up at 4:45. I feel like I've already had a full day, gotten so much done, created all this like content, emails, and just vision planning, all the things. Because here's what I know. We got 2 months left in the year. And there are some people that are like, this is like the holiday time. I'm just going to chill and kind of like go into 2023 in chill mode. And then there are those of us who are like, let's go. We can get so much done in these next 2 months if we are really intentional and we take massive action. So today I wanted to talk about 5 things you need to stop doing in your business, because I could give you a whole list of things that you should do, and I've probably done a bunch of episodes on that, but let's talk about 5 things you should stop doing if you actually want to see results, if you actually want to grow. Okay, 5 things you need to stop doing in your business. Waiting for the perfect timing to take action. And I see this all the time of like, oh, I'm just going to wait until January because, with the holidays coming up, it's going to be busy and yada, yada. There's always going to be something happening in your life. It's like somebody's going to get married, someone's going to get sick, you're going to move. Like there's always something, always. And if you continue to wait for the perfect timing, you're never going to do anything. Like nothing will ever happen in your business. So just understand and realize that the timing will never be perfect and you just got to take action regardless. And so look at the calendar and ask yourself, okay, what do I need to do to take massive action and really make the most out of these next 2 months? Because these next 2 months, I'm like, this is the finish line. This is where champions are made. Like we get to finish this year strong. So thing number 1, waiting for the perfect timing to take action. Number 2, waiting for the thing to be perfect before launching. Trust me when I say that the thing will never be perfect. So if it's like a course, an offer, whatever it is that you're creating, you're not putting it out there out of fear of like, it's not perfect, it's not ready yet. It'll never be perfect and it'll never be ready. And by you putting it off and waiting, it's essentially like you're just putting off your future for months and months and months. So you got to decide, I'm going to take messy action and I'm going to do the thing. And then I can always go back and make it better. Like this is how I built my business. It's a matter of take messy action, go back and make it better. Like this morning I was going through some of our email sequences and cleaning those up because we took messy action and I'm like, all right, now we get to go back and make it better because you can always go back and make it better. But don't wait for the timing to be perfect to launch the thing. Or don't wait for the thing to be perfect before you launch it because it will never be perfect. It will never be perfect. And nobody cares if it's 100% perfect. You're human, okay? Thing number 3, doing it all yourself. Thing number 3 you need to stop doing is doing it all yourself. So I want to ask you, what are the things you're doing in your business right now? Are you doing all of them? Are you the one answering emails and text messages and setting up things in ActiveCampaign and figuring out WordPress and like all these things? You need to stop doing all that. Because when you decide, okay, I'm going to hire somebody, I'm going to start outsourcing, that will give you freedom and space to actually be the visionary and create money-making things in your business. So when you say, I need help, this is really holding me back, I'm going to find the right person that can step on board and take over this, that's going to open up so much space. So like for me, I was stuck in ActiveCampaign and ClickFunnels, and I was like, I cannot figure out how to set up a freaking automation. This is such a headache. I can't do this. That's when I hired Ariana, and her brain works in like the systems and all that stuff. So as soon as I hired her, she took over all that stuff and that gave me space to create. Okay, so you got to figure out, okay, how can I hire so I can stop doing it all myself? Number 4, you need to stop trying to figure it out on your own. This is the slow and painful way to possibly see success. Here's what I know. The most successful people, they have a coach and someone that's going to support them in the thing that they want to grow and excel in, because we all got blind spots. When I was struggling with TJ, when we were living in Senegal, I hired a parenting coach. I'm like, You got to teach me what to do to get this kid. Like, I don't know what's happening here. He's miserable. I'm miserable. We got to figure this out. So I hired a parenting coach. When I wanted to really optimize my sleep and my health after having Gabrielle, because only God knows she was waking up every, like half an hour, something crazy like that. I was like, I really want to take my health to the next level. I hired Tanessa Shears, a health coach, and she helped me with biohacking and helped me optimize my sleep. So you got to figure out, where do you want to grow? Where do you want to excel? And you got to invest in the coaching, because that'll get you there 100 times faster. Tony Robbins says you can compress decades into days when you have the right strategy. So is it your business you want to be focused on? Hire somebody to help you with your business. No, it's not cheap. It's an investment. But think about how much money it costs to go to college, right? Like, how much are you spending on those degrees to have something that's never promised? So it's a matter of, hey, I'm going to invest in myself to see massive success over the next couple of months. We need to stop starting and stopping and giving up too soon. The thing is, your business, consistency needs to happen. It is so important that you show up consistently. You can't just show up when you feel like it, because that's going to break trust with your people. And so you got to see, like, look at your calendar and figure out, okay, when am I going to, whatever kind of content you want to create. I don't care. It could be a podcast, could be a YouTube channel, could be a blog. Those are my 3 favorite, just because they're search engine platforms and they live on a lot longer. So you could put the blog on Pinterest, et voila, it lasts forever. So figure out what kind of content you want to create, and create consistent content, like at least once a week. If you can do more, do more. Your email list, are you nurturing those people? You got to make sure you're showing up for them at least once a week. You have to be consistent, because what happens, it's kind of like you're like pushing a boulder up a mountain. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard. And if you stay consistent, eventually you hit the point where it gets easier and you start to get that momentum. But if you stop, the boulder falls all the way down and then you have to start over again. And so just show up, continue to show up, put it in your calendar so that you are consistent. Figure out a way or a method for you to be consistent, and maybe you batch ahead of time, whatever you can do. For me, I look at the calendar and I'm like, okay, do I have a busy week coming up? Do I need to batch content? Just so I make sure I have these things in place so I don't lose trust with my audience. That's one of the most important things. Like, people need to be able to count on you. And if you don't show up, they don't trust you. Okay. So you got to figure out what is the day that you're going to commit to showing up for your people. We publish our podcast every single Monday morning, and I email our people a couple times a week. So you got to figure out when you're going to be consistent. One of the easiest things that I do, our team uses, is Asana, because I can see in Asana, we have an entire calendar for email marketing. So I can see when emails are going out in the weeks coming up ahead. I can see, okay, we have certain promotions that are happening. We're doing a summit. We have affiliates, whatever it looks like. And that way I can see clearly what's happening, what's coming up, so I can plan accordingly. Because I know in November, we're going on a cruise. I'm going to take that week off. So I got to look ahead and say, okay, if I'm going to take that week off, maybe the week before I might do some extra emails, extra planning, so that because I'm not going to be working while I'm on the cruise, right? So just plan ahead, be extra intentional, and then you can stay consistent no matter what happens. All right. So let's recap 5 things you need to stop doing: waiting for the perfect timing to take action, waiting for the thing to be perfect before launching, doing it all yourself, trying to figure it all out on your own, and starting, stopping, and giving up early. If you want support in growing your business, go to helpmecoachnow.com. You can book a free strategy call with our team. That's helpmecoachnow.com. And take massive action. Remember, the best is yet to come. Share this with a friend and have a great day. Bye.